Focus, focus, focus. Still thinking about focusing. Focus, focus, focus. Focused. Okay, we are focused. So I made a little, oh, you can actually see, I made an agenda for today's video. So I'm a little bit more organized and I know what I'm actually talking about. Good evening, people. Today is December the 28th. We had shopping to do this morning, and I didn't film myself shopping because it was hectic enough without having to. I feel like there were loads of people in there for some reason, like maybe it was just a couple of days after Christmas, so people were trying to get back into the swing of like buying things again, and needed to restock after the festive period. Maybe that's why, but it just felt really busy, and I'm like, there is no way I can vlog this while picking up a scan as you shop remote thing, scanning all my stuff, taking off my glasses, putting on a mask. It's just crazy, just crazy. Then I had lunch, so my lunch consisted of a Cornish pasty. I just enjoy something hot food-wise, but I also really like something like hearty and comfort foody, so Cornish pasty was the right way to go. And then we played some World of Final Fantasy. I say we, I was playing and Ben was dutifully logging everything, so I knew when to teach my Mirages new tricks. So if anybody doesn't know, World of Final Fantasy is essentially like an RPG based in the world of Final Fantasy. Funnily enough, what I love about this video game is that it's got that like Final Fantasy, and I think it's got references for all the fans, but it also feels like it's a great introduction for someone who hasn't really played a lot of them, and I just find it's at the right sort of level for me. And like I've said before, I love that turn-based strategy, so you've kind of as well got that Pokemon aspect, and I grew up with so much Pokemon as a kid, of being able to like collect these creatures called Mirages that you then control as Mirage Keepers, and you get to stack with them and play with it. It's just fun. And to be honest, it's kind of like the recipe for the perfect game, but I'm not very good at completing games. After that, we had a nice walk with my parents. Mum and me have started getting a hot chocolate from a certain coffee chain in the UK. We happen to be lucky enough to live like 5 minutes away from one, which is a bonus. I think it's been there for a couple of years now actually. We just started doing it because obviously we can't mix in the household, so it was just an easy way of getting to talk to each other face to face, not doing it just over the phone, but also being able to get out and have a walk. So while we can meet outside, I'm taking the opportunity to, like, not often, but like as often as I feel is okay and isn't putting too many people at risk. I mean, obviously there's risks involved, I'm not even going to deny that. Lastly, Ben cooked dinner. I recorded that actually. So Ben is chef today, so what are we having for dinner?
Well, because it's me as chef, we have something that is incredibly simple to prepare and requires basically the extent of my culinary expertise, which is making really good mash. So I'm making corned beef hash, which is literally potatoes boiling, vegetables boiling. In a couple of minutes, I'm going to chop up this delightful corned beef, scrunch the whole thing together, make some gravy, throw it on a plate, and it'll taste great. So
it will taste amazing, and it's comfort food, and what more could you really ask for other than someone who's prepared to make you dinner?
Well,
And
like
to be fair,
like I say, it's super easy. So
he does make the best mashed potatoes. I can confirm this. And then lastly, drum roll for the daily prompt. So today's daily prompt made me think, which is good because all daily prompts should always make you think. Today's was, if you had one wish but could not benefit yourself in any way, what would you wish for? started thinking about this and I was like, well, anything that I wish for is surely gonna benefit me in some way. Like, if I wish for zero conflict in the world, which would be great, because that was like that world peace, ending world famine and poverty are all things that make the world inherently better, and therefore I will get some benefit out of just living in a happier, safer world. You know, if we're all equal, again, that does affect me slightly directly, but more to the point, it makes the world just a little bit more of a happier place, which is going to benefit me. So it was really hard to think of something that was actually not going to benefit me in some way, because then I was like, well, I would love to, you know, gift my friends great mental health or cure chronic illnesses overnight. That would be fun, wouldn't it? Or, you know, just to end someone's depression, end someone's pain. Those are all great things. But what I did come up with, which I am quite proud of, is if I wished some random person to be anything that puts you at a disadvantage. So I mean like mental health, disabilities, allergies, because all of these things, no matter how little, really impact the way that we live. There are definitely people out there that I know who will be like, I'd love to wish for their happiness, their equality, their freedom from those things. I have a friend who has a very severe nut allergy, and I was reading the back of a box of Malteser truffles that we bought today, and I'm like, just the fact that I can walk into anywhere and order anything and buy anything and I don't have to worry about an allergy, and yet, like, for someone else that could literally be life or death. Like, I think more so recently that's gotten a lot better, but we're still not where we should be, and, you know, I still don't really think we understand dietary requirements, and I don't think we understand what we need versus what we want, and there's so much scientifically that we are exposed to because it becomes a fad and then disappears, or it becomes a fad for all the wrong reasons, but we don't take into account what else we're putting those ingredients through or what else we're doing. So yeah, my thing was give a random person the ability to be free of that, to be free of poverty, to be free of famine, disease, everything, and give them the same opportunities that I have. If I could, that would be my one wish for everything, would literally be, you know, why should people have different opportunities because of their skin colour or their cultural background or what part of town they grew up in or their age or their sex or their sexuality or their gender. Why should any of these things decide for us who we get to be? Why is it that, like, my life would be totally different if I'd have been born in Moscow or if I'd have been born in, you know, South Africa? And I'm not saying that any of those places are bad, but my life is heavily dictated by the fact that I'm British. I've just got so much privilege for being who I am and literally just being a victim of circumstance or a benefactor of circumstance, and that's such an interesting concept. Like, if we could get rid of that and everybody could have a dip in the same pool, that would be like my ultimate goal. But because I would benefit from that in some way, I'm gonna give it to a random person, and, you know, then I might know them, but I might not. And yeah, okay, I guess there's still that I still benefit because I know that I made that wish, so I know that somebody out there's life has been made better, but it benefits me negligibly, I guess. So that was what I came up with. Let me know what you guys think. What would you wish for? Also, let me know if you've got any questions that you'd like me to answer. Like, if you were gonna send me a daily prompt, what would that daily prompt be? I would love to hear, like, some more personal ones. What are you interested in listening to me talk about? And if you like this video, be sure to give it a thumbs up, subscribe, and ding that notification bell so that you get notifications every time I post a new video. And I will see you tomorrow. Bye!